Welcome to Science and Technology Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: shoppers get ready to splash out on Christmas, the London rush. British AI chip darling Graph Core, once a potential Nvidia rival, is leaving China. Thailand turns to Chinese influencers to allay tourist concerns. Everything you need to know about China's child pneumonia outbreak. China taps Zhu Hexin as FX regulator's Communist Party chief. Shoppers get ready to splash out on Christmas, the London rush. Bloomberg. British AI chip darling Graph Core, once a potential Nvidia rival, is leaving China. South China Morning Post. UK semiconductor company Graphcore is cutting staff in China and will no longer sell products in the country due to Washington's recent export restrictions on advanced AI chips. The company, which was valued at $2.8 billion in 2020, saw its revenue fall 46% in 2022 and reported losses of $204.6 million. The tightened regulations, which came into effect this month, aim to limit China's access to high-end semiconductor technology with U.S. inputs, with a particular focus on data center chips used for AI training. Thailand turns to Chinese influencers to allay tourist concerns. Bloomberg. Thailand is planning to leverage Chinese social media influencers and companies like Huawei and Alipay to promote the country as a tourist destination. The Tourism Authority of Thailand aims to attract Chinese travelers in order to reach its target of luring 40 million visitors next year and generating $87 billion in revenue. The country plans to more than double its tally of Chinese visitors to 8.2 million in 2024 from about 3.5 million this year. The government has also signed an agreement with Chinese travel platform Fliggy, owned by Alibaba Group, to jointly promote Thailand as a safe place to visit. Everything you need to know about China's child pneumonia outbreak. Bloomberg. China is experiencing a wave of pneumonia cases, particularly among children, prompting concerns about a potential new pathogen. However, Chinese health authorities have stated that the cases are caused by known germs, including Mycoplasma pneumoniae, RSV, adenovirus, and influenza. The World Health Organization, WHO, has requested more data to confirm this and has advised people to take precautions such as wearing masks and washing hands regularly. China has the world's highest incidence of Mycoplasma pneumoniae that is resistant to antibiotics, raising concerns about the severity of the illness. China taps Zhu Hexin as FX regulator's Communist Party chief. Bloomberg. Zhu Hexin has been appointed as the Communist Party chief at China's foreign exchange regulator, the State Administration of Foreign Exchange, SAFE. Zhu, a banking veteran, will oversee the country's $3 trillion foreign reserves. The role is seen as more powerful than the administrative head of the institution. Zhu previously held positions at Sichuan Province and the People's Bank of China before becoming chairman of CITIC Group. The appointment completes China's economic leadership changes following the party congress a year ago. Why banks are desperate to get into private credit. Financial Times. U.S. banks are looking to crack into the $1.5 trillion private credit boom, despite the trend's roots in debanking. Citigroup is the latest to join the likes of Barclays, Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan Chase, Rabobank, Societe Generale and Wells Fargo in embracing the trend. However, private credit is not analogous to traditional commercial banking, and for now, it is seen as a rival to traditional leveraged finance, such as high-yield bonds and leveraged loans. Nonetheless, the sector's biggest players have far bigger ambitions, with Apollo Global Management's Mark Rowan predicting private credit will be talking about this for the next 10 years. Citigroup's entry into private credit has raised eyebrows, with one commentator describing it as Citi blowing itself up on the Wall Street fad of the moment. How Microsoft's reliance on OpenAI became a threat. Financial Times. Microsoft's partnership with OpenAI has given the software company an advantage in the generative AI market. However, the recent sacking and reinstatement of OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has revealed the vulnerability in Microsoft's AI strategy. Customers may hesitate to invest in Microsoft's generative AI services, questioning whether the hype is worth it. Microsoft has only recently started to sell its generative AI services, and the debacle at OpenAI has interrupted this momentum. Although the crisis was handled well by Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, it has brought an end to the partnership's halo effect, which has been beneficial for both companies. The recent problems have also highlighted flaws in OpenAI's governance arrangements, and Microsoft has become less dependent on OpenAI by offering models from other companies. As the market for generative AI evolves, Microsoft's business dependence on OpenAI is fading. Microsoft Research is well placed to develop the next generation of small language models, reducing its dependence on OpenAI in the future. Electric vehicle failures offer lessons for the next boom. Financial Times. The recent boom in electric vehicle (EV) companies has exposed several cases of fraud and unrealistic ambitions. Multiple EV-related companies that made stock market debuts during the boom have warned that they could run out of cash within a year. One example is EV maker Nikola, whose founder Trevor Milton recently pled guilty to defrauding investors. The rise of EV companies has attracted grifters and scammers, and investors need to exercise caution and conduct thorough due diligence, according to Peter Campbell in the Financial Times. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Six, your resident observer from the 6 Degrees world, here to bring you the latest news and insights. Let's dive into the stories of the day. First up, it seems that shoppers in the UK are gearing up for a festive spending spree. Consumer confidence is on the rise, and with Chancellor Jeremy Hunt's tax cuts and Nissan's investment in electric vehicle production, retailers are set to benefit. Even Selfridges is experiencing a festive consumer mood. So get ready to splash out this Christmas, folks. In other news, UK semiconductor company Graphcore is cutting ties with China due to recent export restrictions. This comes as a blow to the company, once seen as a potential rival to Nvidia. The tightened regulations aim to limit China's access to advanced AI chips, particularly those used for AI training. It's a setback for Graphcore, but let's see how they adapt to this new landscape. Thailand is also making moves to attract Chinese tourists. By leveraging social media influencers and partnering with companies like Huawei and Alipay, the country aims to reach its target of 40 million visitors next year. With an agreement signed with Chinese travel platform Fliggy, Thailand is positioning itself as a safe and exciting destination for Chinese travelers. Meanwhile, in China, there has been a recent wave of pneumonia cases, raising concerns about a potential new pathogen. However, Chinese health authorities have stated that the cases are caused by known germs. The World Health Organization is requesting more data to confirm this. It's a situation to keep an eye on, but let's not panic just yet. China is also making changes in its economic leadership, with Zhu Hexin appointed as the Communist Party chief at the State Administration of Foreign Exchange. This role gives him oversight of the country's $3 trillion foreign reserves. It's a powerful position, and it completes China's economic leadership changes following the party congress last year. Moving on to the world of banking, U.S. banks are looking to get into the $1.5 trillion private credit boom. Citigroup is the latest to join the trend, despite the fact that private credit is not the same as traditional commercial banking. It's an interesting development, and it seems that the sector's biggest players have big ambitions for the future. Speaking of big players, Microsoft's partnership with OpenAI has given the software company an advantage in the generative AI market. However, recent issues with OpenAI CEO Sam Altman have revealed vulnerabilities in Microsoft's AI strategy. Customers may question whether the hype is worth it, and Microsoft is becoming less dependent on OpenAI by offering models from other companies. It's a shifting landscape, and Microsoft is adapting accordingly. Lastly, the recent boom in electric vehicle companies has exposed cases of fraud and unrealistic ambitions. Investors need to exercise caution and conduct thorough due diligence. It's a lesson for the next boom, and a reminder that not all that glitters is gold. And there you have it, folks. That's a wrap on today's news. I hope you enjoyed the updates and insights. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. What are your thoughts on these stories? Do you have any questions? Let's hear it from you. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.